move on to worksheet 11 of the workbook, question number 1. Okay, for this question, you have two equations. So first of all, before you start attempting to do the question, it's good for you to label your equations properly. So for example, for this first equation, I label it as dash 1, dash 2. Okay, one note is, please do not label it without a circle. Okay, because if you were to label it without a circle, okay, some of you put it too close, I will see it as what? Minus 1, minus 2, which is not what we want. So always draw a circle to represent the equation number. Okay. Second, we're going to solve this by elimination as stated as in your presenter PowerPoint. So there are a few ways to eliminate. You can either eliminate x or eliminate y, but for the start we should eliminate x. Okay. If you were to see 3 and 5, okay, what we can offer is think of a common number, okay, that relates 3 and 5 together. And once you can relate that, you can proceed on and solve by your elimination. Okay, so I'll give you 5 minutes to solve the question. Okay, think about it and solve for the solution. Okay, you may start now. Have you finished your questions? Alright, here's the solution to the question. Okay, remember the hint that we have given to you earlier on, which is the common number between 3 and 5. Alright, the common number between 3 and 5 will be the LCM, which is 15. So what you need to do for your presentation is, first, once we have labeled our equation 1 and 2, to make equation 1, the 3 here, a 15, what we need to do is to write down equation 1 multiplied by 5. So once we write down equation 1 multiplied by 5, it means the whole equation multiplied by 5 on both sides, left and right. So we will have 15x minus 20y equals to 50. And remember, once you get this new equation, we must label it as equation number 3. Similarly, for equation number 2, okay, we multiply on 3 on both sides of the equation, we will get 15x plus 21y equals to 9. And similarly, we will label it as equation 4. So notice for equation 3 and equation 4, there's a 15, there's a 15. So we can apply the method of elimination. So for this case, please remember this red box here. This is the part which you must show because you're going to tell the reader, the marker, that what are you going to do next. So the next operation which I'm going to do is I'm going to take equation 3, subtract equation 4, so that I can take 15x minus 15x, that will give me 0. Okay, so what do you mean by equation 3 minus equation 4? It means the left hand side minus the left hand side, the right hand side minus the right hand side. So we will have 15x minus 20y from the first equation minus the left hand side of the second equation, which is the fourth equation. Okay, the right hand side of the third equation minus the right hand side of the fourth equation. So we will form a new equation which after that we continue to expand and solve, and we will have our solution y equals to negative 1. Alright, but that's not it, because I'm supposed to find the value of x2 as well. So after I have y equals to negative 1, you can substitute y equals to negative 1 into any of these first 4 equations. Why? Because equation 3 and 4 comes from 1 and 2. So, but to make your calculation much simpler, I will substitute y equals to negative 1 into equation 1. Okay, so you need to write down this statement. Substitute y equals to negative 1 into equation 1. After this, you will apply your substitution and follow the workings. You will get the final answer, x equals to 2. But that's not all, because you are supposed to give a final statement or final answer, okay, stating the solution for the simultaneous linear equation. That is x equals to 2, y equals to negative 1. I'll move on to question number 2 of the workbook. Okay, if you take a look at this question is very different from the first question, whereas the first question, I give you 2 equations straight. Okay, but whereas for this, I give you a long series of equations together. So you are supposed to solve this using elimination method. Okay, how will you solve this? Okay, my hint for you is how to obtain two equations, my hint will be using any two equations. Okay, what do I mean by two equal relations? First, you could use this to form one equation, or you could use this to form another equation, or you can use the first and the last to form another equation. Any two will do to solve your equation. Okay, so we will give you 5 minutes to attempt this question. Okay, after which we will show you the full solution. Shall move on to question number 2 of the workbook. Okay, if you take a look at this question is very different from the first question, whereas the first question I give you two equations straight. Okay, but whereas for this I give you a long series of equations together. So you are supposed to solve this using elimination method. Okay, how will you solve this? Okay, my hint for you is how to obtain two equations. My hint will be using any two equations. Okay, what do I mean by two equal relations? First, you could use this to form one equation, or you could use this to form another equation, or you can use the first and the last to form another equation. Any two will do to solve your equation. Okay, so we will give you 5 minutes to attempt this question. Okay, after which we will show you the full solution. Five minutes is up. Are you able to get to the solution? Okay, fear not. Okay, here is the solution to the whole question. Okay, remember the hint that we have given to you. Basically, what we will do is we will take the first two and the last two. Okay, for the first two, we will get this, but I do not label it as equation 1 straight away, because I can simplify it to a simple equation form, which involving x, y, and the number on the right hand side. So after I simplify it, I will get equation number 1. Similarly, for the second part, I will take left hand side, right hand side, continue all the way to a simple equation form. Okay, x, y, followed by a number, equation number 2. Now, if you were to look at this, which one is easier to eliminate? 11, 4 or 6, 3? Okay, but if you were to take a look, you realize that 6 and 3 is easier. The x term is easier to eliminate, because all I need to do is to multiply this by 2 to get -6, add it, and they will negate each other. So what we will do now is, okay, we will take equation 2 multiply by 2, okay, to get -6x plus y equals to -14, which we will label it as equation number 3. Okay, this time round we will not take equation 1 minus equation 3. Okay, because if I were to take that, it will not cancel out. So instead, we will take equation 1 plus equation 3. Okay, so similarly, the left hand side of equation 1, okay, plus the left hand side of equation 3, right hand side of equation 1 plus right hand side of equation 3. Okay, so when we do the operation, so realize that this 6x will negate this 6x to form 0, and we will left with a y term, which is -3y equals to -6, y equals to 2. Okay, since we have y equals to 2, we must find the value of x. Okay, so we will substitute y equals to 2 into either 1, 2 or 3. So in this case, if you take a look at the equation, you realize that equation 2 is much of the easier choice. So I just substitute y equals to 2 into 2, equation 2. I will do my substitution, continue to simplify, get my solution x equals to 5. So I will give my final statement, x equals to 5 and y equals to 2.